off my bra strap, boy. Stop sweating me. Somebody's getting on my nerves. Somebody's getting on my nerves. Somebody's getting on my nerves. Forget that you're a lady and give them what they deserve.
So yesterday was the Slut Walk down in Toronto, and before you get your knickers in a twist, you should know what it's really about. The Slut Walk was in protest to a police officer who had felt it was correct to tell women that if they didn't want to be raped, they shouldn't dress like sluts. Which is absurd, because we all know that burqas keep you completely safe. Nobody who ever wore a burqa ever got raped. So I went down there and hung out with Christine Peace and Squirrely001 and my sister-in-law and the greatest group of men and women and children all out there. I mean, there were babies in carriages. There were old people. There was the First Nations. There were minorities of all colors. There was the group of people who have disabilities. All of these groups have a high rate of rape, and it's important that they get out there and they talk about it. Now, the interesting thing is that although it's called Slut Walk, most people were dressed as they would be dressed on any day. Now, I chose to wear this shirt for a very specific reason, because it's the same shit, different day. But if you looked around the crowd, almost everybody was dressed the way they would be dressed to go out for a regular day in Toronto, being downtown. And this is in a city where we're one of the few places that women can legally walk around topless. There was not one topless woman there that I saw. It's not about what you wear. It's never been about what you wear. And personally, I find all the arguments about, well, you know, if you walked into a lion's den covered in meat, the lion would eat you, insulting, incredibly insulting to men. Because the men that I know are able to control themselves. They are not so controlled by their hormones that, oh my God, it's a short skirt, it's a slutty top. How can I be expected to control myself? I must rape someone. And if you're a man who uses that argument, you need to apologize to every other man, because that is so insulting. So in typical fashion, my camera decided to crap out on me right as the speeches were getting underway. So a really nice user called K-Baby has let me use some of hers. So before I argue with anybody who's using the old, oh, men can't help it when they see something sexy excuse, I expect you to actually go and listen to the arguments that are made in the speeches. Then we can talk.
Wow! Welcome to Slut Walk Toronto. My name is Sonia J.F. Barnett, and I'm one of the co-founders, along with Heather Jarvis, of this momentous occasion. So I just got a few words to say. Sorry, I'm a bit overwhelmed with the amount of amazing people here. Thank you so much. We are here because we've had enough. Enough of being told that we should be ashamed of ourselves, ashamed of our appearance, ashamed of our pleasure, and ashamed of being victimized. We are here to call foul on our protective services, who instead of making us feel safe, make us second guess whether we should call upon them at all in our time of need. With sexual assault already a heavily underreported crime, we need and expect better. To the many people who have asked us, why Slut Walk? Why take back a word that has been used to demean and demoralize? We're doing it because we have the power to change it. To be called a slut was to be discredited as someone who enjoys too much sex. We're here to say, who cares? We're here to say that being a slut is someone who is sexually confident, proud of enjoying consensual sex, and is deserving of as much respect as the next person. And although we are proud of our sexuality, it is by no means an invitation to violence. Our definition of slut is about attitude and has no more to do with appearance than sexual assault does. Whether you're wearing blue jeans, short skirts, boxer shorts, roller skates, tube tops, saris, or a tuxedo, it will never matter because sexual assault is a crime of power. For someone charged with our protection to offer advice on how we should look and how we should behave in order not to be victimized is evidence that slut shaming and sexual profiling has withstood the test of those before us trying to eradicate it. We're calling on our protective services to open their doors and join our conversation on how we can work together to eliminate the mindset that someone is deserving of assault simply based on their appearance. We're calling for them to not only work on their own education, but to reach out to the community and to educate others. We're calling on our institutions, media, school, peers, friends, to continue this conversation and help us spread the word that a victim of assault is never the one at fault. Although our name is new, our cause is not. We are picking up the torch from the strong, dedicated people who have paved the way, who inspired us to take action, and we take this action under the banner Slut Walk.